Vladimir Putin scheduled for a conversation? What would be your
I won't comment on that, but we had a great success yesterday. We have a full ceasefire. If it kicks in, we have to see. It's up to Russia now. But we've had a good relationship with both parties, actually, and we'll see. We'll be knowing people are going to Russia right now as we speak, and hopefully we can get a ceasefire from Russia. And if we do, I think that would be 80% of the way to getting this horrible bloodbath finished. It's a bloodbath is taking place over there.
Are you confident that Vladimir Putin will keep the ceasefire, considering that he's broken them in the past?
We haven't spoken to him yet with substance, because we just found out and we just were able to get Ukraine to agree. So we're going to know very soon. I've gotten some positive messages, but a positive message means nothing. This is a very serious situation. This is a situation that could lead to World War III. And Biden should have never let it happen.
Yeah. Is there anything you can do in terms of pressuring Russia or in terms of sanctions? Or what can you?
I hope it's not going to be necessary. Sure, we can pressure. We can do that with Russia. Remember this, Russia took Georgia from Bush, right? They took Crimea from a man named Obama, Barack Hussein Obama, right? They're trying to take the whole thing from Biden. They're going for the whole ball of wax. Who was the only one that never took anything from? Trump. Difficult party. You were here a week ago when some interesting. There are things you could do that wouldn't be pleasant in a financial sense. I can do things financially that would be very bad for Russia. I don't want to do that because I want to get peace. I want to see peace, and we'll see. But in a financial sense, yeah, we could do things very bad for Russia. It would be devastating for Russia, but I don't want to do that because I want to see peace. And we're getting close to maybe getting something done. We've got Ukraine done, and as you know, I've always said that Ukraine might have been the more difficult party. You were here a week ago when some interesting things happened. I had somebody that didn't seem to want peace. Now he's agreed to peace. So we'll see what happens.
I want to know your assessment. When you take this deal...
I have no assessment, and I don't go by chances. I think it makes sense for Russia. A lot of downside for Russia, too. And we have a very complex situation solved on one side, pretty much solved. We've also discussed land and other things that, go with it. We're not just doing it and saying ceasefire. We don't know what's happening. We know the areas of land we're talking about, whether it's pulled back or not pulled back. We've discussed a lot of the details of what has to go because we don't want to be wasting time. Now, NATO's expended a lot of that money in fighting this horrible war. It's too bad they had to do that, but they had the money from me. I was the one that got people to pay. Most of the countries were not paying, or they were paying a very small amount. So we'll see. But NATO can be a force for the good, absolutely.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Wednesday said he hoped that if Russia were to accept an immediate ceasefire proposed by the U.S., the two sides could use the 30-day truce to draft a comprehensive peace plan. But so far, Moscow has said it is waiting for more information about the proposal unveiled a day ago.
But as far as the Russian reaction to it, that's really the question here.
U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said that response to the proposal would say a great deal about Russia's aims.
If their response is yes, then we know we've made real progress and there's a real chance of peace. If their response is no, it would be highly unfortunate and it would make their intentions clear.
Rubio announced the outlines of the proposal a day ago after more than 8 hours of discussions with Ukrainian officials in Saudi Arabia. Russian President Vladimir Putin has repeatedly said a short-term truce is not the way to end the war. Ukraine has also long said it rejected a short-term ceasefire unless it included the withdrawal of Russian forces from territory seized, warning that Moscow could use a lull in the fighting to reposition its troops for future offensives. Kiev seemed to relent on that front Tuesday in a possible sign of improved ties with Washington after an Oval Office shouting match between Zelensky and President Donald Trump on February 28th.
You're gambling with World War III.
Trump subsequently cut off military support and the sharing of crucial intelligence. But on Wednesday, he sounded a positive note with reporters.
We have to see. It's up to Russia now. But we've had a good relationship with both parties, actually.
And his administration said military aid and intelligence sharing with Kiev had resumed. Ukrainian troops this week appeared on the point of losing their hard-won foothold inside Russia's Kursk region. Russia's unprovoked invasion of Ukraine in early 2022 has left hundreds of thousands of dead and injured, displaced millions of people, reduced towns to rubble, and triggered the biggest confrontation between Moscow and the West in 6 decades.
Merci de libérer le tapis rouge, oui. Merci de libérer le tapis rouge, s'il vous plaît.
Commissaire, évidemment, pour les questions de défense spatiale, on se prend la réunion capacitaire sur la main.
Крутим просто, крутим.
Подивитись, так.